constituency caretaker, already at Kippy Mears.
Right.
You know, I was a part of his executive, right? In the latter stages, really, not in the outset. Probably at about 2017, 2018, when he was preparing himself to run the second election, which would eventually be in 2020. I became involved with his executive, and how I became involved, it was a cry from other political activists within Southwest St. Catherine who thought that it was time for me to come and contribute to the political cause in Southwest St. Catherine. Because as I said, during that time I was so much involved in my work and my family and all of that. But the people out there knowing my family background said, you know, you can't be the son of Carlos Waul and you just sit there and allow you don't get involved in the political process in the constituency. And I say, all right. So let me just start out with something. And I started out, I became the treasurer for the whole Harbour South Division. Right? And then I was working as a treasurer for some time. And as you know, tragically, Comrade Kippy Mears, he passed off suddenly. Right? And then the pressure came on again. To be frank, I was not ready. Yeah. It was not something I thought about really, because I knew that this job is something that is very much involved really. You have to basically dedicate your entire time to it. And I had that type of personality where once I put my head to something, is all or nothing really. And for me, I went in, gave all, and for everything else in my life really suffered. Because that's just a type of personality that I have. It's all or nothing type of personality. Sometimes it's very hard for me to balance certain things. Once I get involved with something, I try to put everything into it and go all out. So I wasn't ready at the time, but then came the cries again from people within the political the PMP political organization of Southwest St. Catherine. Said you have to step up and serve a bigger role. You have to become, you know, the next chairman for the constituency. Right. So basically, and I saw it as an obligation really. It wasn't something that you I had planned for. It wasn't something that I necessarily say I wanted to do, but I saw it as an obligation really. That I was obligated to represent the people of Southwest St. Catherine. Right? And as you know, the rest is history really.
Yeah. You would have suffered 2 defeats, because at the time, 2019, when Mears died, you weren't ready, as you said. And all of us who understand the politics know that it would have been extremely difficult. So you lost badly against Warmington, who is a veteran and experienced politician. And then you lost last year.
But with one win in between for the council.
No, I'm coming to that. Yeah. And that was sandwiched by you winning the Old Harbour South Division in the local government election in 2024. What keeps you motivated though to continue? I mean, a lot of persons will say, boy, you can't beat Warmington.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But you have this self-belief, you have this level of determination and persistence, where you tell yourself that it is possible.
Yeah, as I said, there have been other challenges in my life where I have probably failed more than twice, and I still went on to overcome, you know. So what is happening here is not anything new to me, really. And if once I set my mind to it, you know, then as I told you before, I am very, very determined. Right? So, you know, it's a very tough seat, and I knew what I was getting into. Right? And I have tried to position myself in a way to be able to to give the best possible contest. And that is why I challenged for the whole Harbour South division, because, you know, in whatever way we can take back the constituency, I was willing to try, if it's even piece by piece, really. Right? You know, I've been lost a second time. It was very tough. And what made it even tougher is that, you know, the party lost also.
Right.
You know, so, you know, I know a lot of people within the Southwest St. Catherine, they were really depending on me to win, because they knew that a lot of things would have changed in terms of how the constituency is run, you know. But it wasn't to be. But, you know, I'm still a part of the political process. I can't say for certain. I can't say for certain what the future was in terms of me contesting again, but it is part of any conversation, though, that it's always a possibility. I'm here. I'm open to all possibilities. I'm still working. I'm very active in all the divisions. I try to do my best by the people in whatever that I can do. So I'm still a part of the political process, and let us see what the future holds, really. I am still the sitting council for Harbour South, right?
Right. So I'm coming to that. So you are now